Dynamite download.
Welcome, everybody, to AEW Dynamite Download, your home for all positive coverage with all elite wrestling. You have your three hosts, the trios champs of social media, Crayfish, SPD, and Mind Runner. And we are super excited, guys, because we are joined by one of our absolute favorites on this show, a guy who has everybody talking. Mind, hit the clip.
He is a generational wrestling sensation and the eldest son of WWE legend Billy Gunn. With his career record of 85-17, he has more AEW wins than Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and current AEW champion Samoa Joe. His brother Austin Heat is one half of the winningest tag team in AEW, 1/4 of the hottest faction on AEW television, and 1/3 of the new Ring of Honor six-man tag champions, winning those titles in Charleston, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, Colten Gunn. Guns up!
Guys, we have Colten Gunn with us, part of the Bullet Club Gold Up Bang Bang Gang, baby. Welcome to the show, Colten.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And you can't help but bob your head when that theme song comes on, right? That new song goes so hard.
It's smash, man. You guys are so, you guys got that cool factor to you, man, and that just adds to it. Your whole entrance, your vibe, everything about you guys. It's no wonder why, man. Even though you guys have been bad guys, the Collision Cowboys, you guys are getting massive pops. The crowd is eating you up, and I think that this intro has a lot to do with it, man. Welcome to the show. And that, what do you guys think about that the new theme song? What are your thoughts?
I love it. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh man, we have to because we added something in the beginning with like the bell and like the horse hooves and like the gunshots, like it's a war going on, and then that beat hits after the light drops, and you're just like, let's go. Like it just gets you so hyped, and you just want to right when Austin's voice says "guns up," you're just like, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people cheer, because you can't help. We've only played it twice, and people are like, "This is awesome." So
people dig it, man.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, we were just talking before we went live on this that we were all three jamming out to that song all day today because it's a hook. What was got to talk about that right away. Like, what was the inspiration behind the theme song? Who designed it? I know Austin's singing in it, but like, what's the inspiration we got?
Well, we kind of were like, because we have a theme song, and then Jay has a song, and Juice has a song, and then like. You never knew who was coming out, and like it was kind of, we needed one that all of us fit together. So we were kind of just searching, and we saw that one, and we purchased it from the guy that had like the original beat, and then we just slowed down some stuff, sped up some stuff, added all the stuff in the beginning, and then took it from there. Austin deserves most of the credit for that. He went to the studio and kind of found the sounds and slowed down what needed to be slowed down, sped up, and he put it all together, and then sent that to Mikey Ruckus, and he put a couple touches on it. And now we have what we have.
A banger, that's for sure. I mean, when we talked to Austin a little over a year ago, just how, passion being in the studio and all that, and it's a fantastic theme song. But what goes hand in hand with that is probably the coolest entrances in all of wrestling, which started months ago with your Many Men and the Myths. Everything that goes with I mean, like you just said, you can't help but to cheer or just be like pumped up, whether it be for a promo or a match. Where did that inspiration come about? That new entrance that you guys just do so perfectly in the camera angles. Props to the camera and the team at AEW for that as well.
Yeah, for sure. It was a joint effort for that. Me and Austin really, really pushed for the Mini Men. Mm-hmm. Just because I know some people are like, oh, it didn't match them at all. It's like, no, seriously, we were the most hated people on that show. 100%. Like, we beat the Acclaimed. We somehow we beat Top Flight. Like, we're the tag champs. Then we're going against FTR, and we're going to end their careers. Many men wish death upon me. So when me and Austin would drive to the gym every day and just play that, and we're like, imagine. Oh. And so we were just like, well, if we don't ask, it's going to be no. So we're going to ask. and we had to do a lot to get that, and we did. And I mean, I'm so happy we did, because once it played, when we were like rehearsing, one of the production guys had kind of a vision for it. He's like, I think it's dark. Well, we had like, I think it's dark, and then like the spotlight hits, and they're like, okay, what if we spun it around you? I'm like, what does that even mean? Right? Yeah. When he said that, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, and now it's created like just the whole mystique, and now with the belts, I mean, you guys have it going on right now, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't remember when Austin started doing, like, he did the 2 shots first with the water.
With the water,
and I saw that, and I was like, well, now I got to do something, but I can't do this. I was like, I can't do the same thing, so I'll just like bah, bah, bah. So yeah, that's how that kind of, it was very organic how that all came to be.
It's amazing.
It seems like each one of you have like a different thing too. Like Jay does the jacket open, and you do kind of like a little wink, and then your Juice is and then Austin goes guns up, and then it's just sick. And you said it yourself. You guys were arguably, not necessarily by us, but arguably the most hated tag team. You know, certainly putting the skull cap on and making fun of Dax and Cash. That was awesome. That was tremendous. But now to go from there to being not only part of, but an integral part of the coolest faction on AEW. I don't think there's an argument for that. You guys are the MVPs of both Collision, Dynamite, and even Rampage, if you guys go on Rampage. One thing I've noticed, a lot of us have noticed we're not hearing anymore, are the Ass Boy chants. Do you feel like you guys have finally gotten the respect that you deserve at this point?
So when we had that match with the Gates of Agony, they kind of started a couple times, but then they just stopped. Because I think like a couple people wanted to still do it, and then the rest of the crowd's like, no, we're not doing that anymore. It's kind of started like a couple times, and then it stopped. And I don't know if it'll ever fully go away, which, I mean, I hate it, but
if there's noise, there's good stuff going on, right?
Yeah, but Ass Boys is tough, man. That's a tough one.
It's all Danhausen's fault. It's all Danhausen.
That little creep, man. He's such a little cockroach. Can't stand that guy. No, don't start doing his voice. I'll leave.
You guys have a fantastic online feed with him too, man. I love the social media banter that you guys still have with him to this day. It's awesome.
I know. I thought once we heard him, he would go away, but he just never did.
The cockroach, as you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just,
maybe those chants will linger on, but as Mine was saying, just the popularity, Mine, you hit it. I mean, the popularity of the Bang Bang Gang, the cool factor. You guys are just oozing that coolness, and it's really a like as you were talking about the transformation, the journey of, the bad guys going to popularity. But for us, is following you, Colten. I think one of the coolest things is just seeing that the Instagram takeover days from very, very early on. I mean, you're going way back. It feels like you guys have made your own luck in a lot of ways, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about when it started to click to you that, hey, man, this is I'm meant to do this. I know that when we talked to Austin, you guys have a unique journey being second generation superstars. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Austin, I don't know if you guys know this, but Austin started before me, even though he is younger than me. And I was out in LA building custom homes. And I just remember I was like the superintendent. I was the boss of the whole project. So I had like assistants, and I was in charge of everything. But I was just in my trailer, like doing bills for everyone one day. And I remember Austin and my dad were in AEW and doing their thing. And then I just kept seeing like my mind wandering to wrestling, and like, what could our promos be? What could the finish be called? What could I? And I was like, I'm thinking about this way too much. So I called Rikishi, and he had a school out in LA. I was like, hey, do you mind if I come by real quick? Don't tell anybody who I am. I'll just come by, see how I'm feeling. Don't tell my dad. Don't tell Austin, whatever. So I get there. Of course, everyone knows who I am, like, because I look like my dad.
Right.
Okay, good try there. But I did it, and then I called my dad that night. He was pretty mad at first, like, why would you not call me? What are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to do it on my own, see if like I was just thinking about it or I really wanted to do it. So he's like, well, if you're gonna do it, you have to come home. I was like, all right, I'll take a little vacation. So I took 2 weeks off to work, went to Orlando, went to Flatbacks, We had a little talk after that. I flew back out to LA. I put my 2 weeks in.
Wow.
I packed my truck. I drove back to Flatbacks. Had like an 8-week class. Went to Nightmare Factory for like a week or two just to hear some other opinions, and then I was on Dark and wrestling with my dad and brother. So my first match was on
Amazing.
I literally trained for 12 weeks.
Wow.
Was on AEW Dark, and I knew walking in, like, Austin was already there. So like, oh, here's another one that, you know, the nepotism thing just is here because of his dad. So I was like, shit, we got to do something to show that we want to be here and we want to work. So like, we would cheer in the crowd the whole time, which was exhausting. Then we would Instagram.
Amazing at it though. Yeah. Oh my God, were you good at it?
Yeah, but we like, all right, if this is all we have to do, like, let's put everything we have into it. And then we would be like, okay, now what can we do? We don't get any promo time or anything like that. So let's just take over the Instagram. And it started with, you know, all the people that were on Dark that were there till like 3 a.m. Let's get them some exposure from the main account. And then it started like, okay, now we're doing everyone. So we would just run around all day doing that, then go straight to the crowd, do that. And then, and then eventually we got to TV. And that's one thing is a lot of wrestlers get to kind of learn who they are and what their vibe is in the ring and their voice on the microphone or anything like that. Like when me and Austin are on TV, you're seeing us learn in real time. Like our first live promo was that FTR funeral segment.
Wow.
I'm just walking out like, I hope this works. I don't know. I've never done this, you know, and like trying to find yourself in the ring. But, you know, like I had the first match on TV was the trios with the Factory with my brother and dad. And then the match after that was my first tag match ever against Sting. So I'm like 6 months in wrestling.
Incredible, man. Wow.
Yeah, I'm 6 months in wrestling Sting on national TV. Like,
no big deal.
Yeah,
no pressure, kid.
Yeah, let's do this. So
wow. Colten, that's one of the things that you said it, and it's one of the things that has stuck with me as a fan of yours is just like everything that you guys do. It feels like you're giving it everything you have, and that's one of the things I think so many of us have fallen in love with you guys about in the ring. Is, man, you guys are going all out all the time. Your opponents always look phenomenal when they're against you. Even the most like diehard AEW haters, like Jim Cornette loves you guys, right? Like, I mean, everybody. It's hard to hate people who are clearly so passionate and so dedicated and willing to just, like you said, throw caution to the wind and dive right in. And I think that is a really unique characteristic about you guys as individuals, as people. It's obvious that you guys are hustlers and grinders, but just the passion of just saying, let's just do it. Let's just try it and go. And if we're going to do it, let's do it all in. And I really appreciate and respect that about you, man.
Yeah, because I also think as a second generation, you always have people who are going to be like waiting for you to fail so they can be like, see, I told you. So like, no, you're not getting that from us. We will not. We're going all out. We're gonna do the best we can, and we're really good at this. So you can say whatever you want, but we're really good at this. And like that passion, like I just got back from Flatbacks tonight. Like I still go to class every time I'm home. I go to class, so it's not like this is, you know, I'm resting on. Okay, I'm on TV, so I'm good now. Like,
I'm a big star.
Yeah.
No, you talked about like your journey, like. Does it still feel surreal? Do you have to pinch yourself and realize like over these past 3-4 years of like just the crazy growth that you have had and you and your brother have had, like it just feels like an absolute storybook writing itself.
Yeah, because so I started training in August 2020, debuted in like November 2020. So it's been like, so that's been 3 years. But yeah, sometimes I do get frustrated and upset, but I literally just like, hold on. Let me sit back for a second. Breathe, see what you've done. Like we're tag champs, we're Ring of Honor 6-man champs. We're on like we're doing pretty good.
Bang bang gang, baby.
Yeah, and like the one goal I had when I joined, I was like, all right, my one goal is to be tag team champions with my brother. All right, now how many times can we do it? Like it's just you know, yeah.
That's man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. We know like what really drew us to AEW was a lot of things, but one of the main thing is just like the family environment. You know, they put on great shows. They give the people what they want in their hometown. Obviously, like the Brody Lee special was just like an absolute grand slam home run. Just we still talk about it. So the family aspect of it, obviously, it's great. You're with your dad and your brother, but who are some of the other
reunited
influences? Yeah, other influences that have really helped shape you in AEW.
Nobody. I think we're just kind of
just self-made.
Like, yeah, just anybody. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few. I'm not gonna give them credit though.
Okay.
I love it, man.
We
you have a lot of guys and gals at your resources. It's incredible the depth of the roster that is on.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be reunited with Dad, though? I mean, SPD's talking about the family feel. You guys are now the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I mean, this is a new thing that's highly, like, we're all wondering where that's going to go.
Yeah, they made a lot of valid points. We're all champions, and that's kind of what Bowens came to us with. Hey, if we do this, we'll all be champions, and we are. And now, Caster said it the other night, like, we can be tag champs, Jay can be world, we can have more gold. So I think they said the right things that kind of persuaded us, even though we came together with a common enemy with the UK or whatever they're called. Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so he said a lot of the right things. So we liked what they said, and we'll see where it goes, and we'll try to take over AEW together.
What about you with your record? Any singles dreams?
No. Me and my brother talked about that, and no, I'm a tag team guy with my brother. I think what I can bring and what he brings, we make the perfect combo.
Agree.
So I don't have any singles aspirations. That's why with that intro, you're saying I have a better record than Kenny Omega and Samoa Joe, and now I'm gonna have to wrestle them. So thank you for that.
Are you mad about that?
I'm gonna have to wrestle those guys now. So thank you. Really set me up there.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I mean, that's refreshing to hear, though. I mean, because when we talked to Austin, it became very evident, like, very goal oriented. And I don't know if that's something that, like, is the way you guys were raised, but just it became very, very clear to us, just hearing him talk. And you guys set goals and you hold yourself to those standards to knock them out of the way. I mean, when we talked to him, it was just a dream that you guys would fight FTR and that you guys would become tag champs. And now it's just like, not only did you fight them, but you beat them. You're right. You guys have multiple titles on your, and so I guess to Mind's point, in such a short period of time, Colten, you've checked so many things off the list. Yeah. We're hungry to hear where you want to go from here, and maybe it's the faction dominating. I'd like to hear what you think about that before we go forward.
Yeah, I mean, I want the faction to definitely be the biggest thing on the show. Like, I want, like you guys said, we already run Collision. Like, every time we show up, that's our show. We are the Collision Cowboys, and now we do Dynamite too, and we want to take that over. So I think that's a huge goal, just to have the Bang Bang Gang just be the leaders of AEW, and then see how many more titles we can get. I think that's
I like it. No, keep it straightforward, keeping it simple like that, man. Just keep winning, keep dominating, keep being the focus.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said, like a year ago we just want to wrestle FTR, and we've beaten them many times. I mean, straight up, we beat them once, but like in multi-man tags, we just beat them at All Out with the Bucks. Like, and we beat them in a Collision main event. Like so we did that. We did win the champion. So it's like, now our goal is to make the Bang Bang Gang the best, see how many more titles me and Austin can rack up, the whole group itself, and just take over the show.
This is one of the cool things about you, man, is like Austin has that hype and you've got that calm, cool confidence. It works so perfectly together, dude.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like the tag, the yin and the yang. Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. I see it, brother.
You guys are called the Bullet Club Gold for a reason. The gold needs to be everywhere, on everybody. And you guys have you've wrestled Sting, you've crushed FTR, you've had all kinds of challenging matches, but nothing has prepared you for the challenge you're about to face right here, right now.
Get ready.
Dynamite download. Get ready for the Fast Five.
Oh, this will be the easiest challenge you face. The 5 quick, easy questions.
Oh man.
To end the
Oh
interview
god.
on a lighthearted note.
I don't know.
Mine had them all hyped up.
I might freeze.
No, you're going to be good.
Asparagus.
Just the first answer that comes to your mind. Fast 5 question. First one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
All right. You already can fly. I mean, those frog splashes, those stinger splashes in the
Right.
corner.
Dude, I have the greatest leap in the game, so I'm good on that.
No doubt in that.
Eddie would be proud.
Now, we're big foodies here at Dynamite Download. What is your favorite cheat meal or junk food that you almost like can't resist, or on the road or at home?
So this might be a boring answer, but I love candy. Like, it's my literal kryptonite. Like, if there's candy around, I'm eating it. I don't even care if it's like a cheat day. Like, if I see Skittles, anything. But sometimes, like on a Sunday, I will have a large pepperoni mellow mushroom, and I will crush it in about 4 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
very easy.
Reward yourself from a busy week.
Yes.
Now, I'm a sucker for a good chop. Who's the hardest hitter or chopper in AEW?
Dax hits pretty hard.
Oh, that's the axe.
Dax the axe, baby.
Dax hits
You know
pretty
that,
hard.
like when you're in the crowd and he throws a chop, it almost like it radiates to the fans. Like I've been there for that. Oh man.
Yeah. And also when I wrestled my dad, he beat the hell out of me. He was hitting me so hard.
Tough
No
love.
kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Now, what's one move in wrestling you wish you could do that you haven't tried or won't try?
I will never do anything off the top.
Okay. No flips, no.
I don't. The only time I leave my feet is when I jump and I'm already at the top rope because I jump so hard. So that's it.
Yup.
No 450s.
Ain't happening.
Nice.
Now, this one's a kind of an interesting one. We just came up with last minute. If you could add any AEW female wrestler to the Bullet Club Gold, who would it be?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. They're gonna have to all submit applications, and then
because it's a very prestigious club.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to get in the Bullet Club Gold, so we'll have I think singular meetings with each 4 members.
Okay,
I like it.
We need applications, reasons why,
auditions,
Bring a resume to the table.
Yes,
I like it. Nice.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see. Maybe one day we'll see a female wrestler. I mean, we were kind of brainstorming a few, but it's got to fit the vibe. You guys have such a great close vibe, and everyone's got their own unique personality. So maybe one day.
They all complement each other so well, man. I love that about BCG. It's great. Thanks that you survived, Colten. Wasn't too bad, right? You did all right, man. You did all right. Man, we appreciate it. That is the hardest part of the interview, we hope, for you. Really, thank you so much for making time for us, man. We have been huge fans of yours. Really excited to see what 2024 and beyond has in store for you. The rise to where you're at now has been incredible. You said it very well. Short period of time. You're crushing it, man. And you're really part of a group that feels very cool, very special in the landscape of wrestling. You got everybody talking. And we're excited to see what's next for you. Where can people follow you on social media?
Oh, what is my Instagram? I think my Instagram's the Colten Gunn.
I think we got it for you. Go ahead. Throw it up,
I think
fellas.
Instagram's the Colten Gunn. Twitter is just Colten Gunn, I think.
Yeah.
Throw it up.
We'll make sure to have it all on that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
We're always posting. We're going to stay true to our DD and just keep the positive train going. We can't wait to see what's in store this coming week on AEW television.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate
Guns
it,
up.
brother.
Guns up, baby.